Okay. And both Andrews in it. These two gentlemen out here, down here. So now, family and friends, please join me in witnessing the bride and groom become husband and wife in the beautiful vows that they themselves have chosen to share during their wedding ceremony. So bride and groom, congratulations. Every best wish to you on your journey as husband and wife. You got all this love here this afternoon, and this community of people is representative of the many communities you will meet throughout your life that will support you in your journey, as well as you yourselves touching, as you already are, but will continue to touch lots of people's lives, not so much by actions or work, but by people observing and sensing your respect and love for each other. So please, looking towards one another for the exchange of vows. I, Armel, take you, Kathryn.
I, Armel, take you, Kathryn.
On this July 23rd, 2011.
And this July 23rd, 2011.
Before this historic community.
Before this historic community.
Assembled around us in love.
Assembled around us in love.
As my wife.
As my wife.
I promise. To this community and to you.
To this community and to you.
To love you in good times and in challenging times.
To love you in good times and challenging times.
In sickness and in health.
And in sickness and in health.
Kathryn, I will love you and honor you.
Kathryn, I will love you
and cherish you.
And cherish you.
As my wife.
As my wife.
With affection.
With affection.
And trust.
And trust.
For the rest of my life.
For the rest of my life.
I, Kathryn.
I, Kathryn.
Take you, Armel.
Take you, Armel.
On this July 23rd.
On this July 23rd.
2011.
2011.
As my husband.
As my husband.
I promise before my family.
I promise before my family.
And this historic community.
And this historic community.
To love you in good times.
To love you in good times.
And in challenging times.
And in challenging times.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
I will love you.
I will love you.
Honor you.
Honor you.
And cherish you.
And cherish you.
As my husband.
As my husband.
With affection and trust.
With affection and trust.
For the rest of my life.
Kathryn, as your husband, with this ring I thee wed, with love and affection forever.
Armel, as your wife, with this ring I thee wed, with love and affection forever.
Bride and groom, in those simple words have become husband and wife, with particular emphasis on that we will cherish one another as husband and wife, as your vows have just shared. And with your rings, with this ring, it never gets old. We can hear it 50,000 times. With this ring I thee wed, with love and affection forever. The bride and groom now have invited their sponsors to be part of a very special moment at this moment, and that is where we'll have the lighting of the candles here. And the lighting of the candles represents, they represent that what the sponsors are doing it, they're doing it on behalf of the whole community, and they're doing it on behalf of all people who have touched the lives of the bride and groom, and who will touch the lives of the bride and groom in the future. And then the bride and groom will light the central candle with their intention to do all in their power to keep that fire of passion and love alive in their hearts as husband and as wife. So, at this time, I invite Amadeus and Marianne, Letitia and Bill to please come forward for this beautiful part of the ceremony. So I invite the bride and groom to please come, one each side of the table. And then the sponsors right there at the front. going to pull off a miracle here, I think. Okay.
Stand up.
They just need a couple of points. We've got one going. I think they just joined the right side by side.
Takes a village.
Yeah.
Now, bride and groom would like the central candle as best we can there. Yeah. And of course, I invite the bride and groom to light this candle, not just on the 23rd of each year, but how about the 23rd of each month, as a special reminder of their commitment. And I thank the sponsors. Thank you very much. Bless you all. And bless the young man that traveled up there with you all. And now we have a beautiful, simple ceremony, the cord ceremony. And I'm going to invite the groom's mother to please present the cord to your son and to your daughter-in-law, please. The cord ceremony comes from an old Celtic tradition. You probably all have heard the term tying the knot. And actually that comes from the old Celtic tradition from 300 BC. And in fact, probably some part of the sod that I was raised in myself. And so the cord means that it will be wrapped around the hands where the rings are on it. And that means, again, that they have made a bond of the heart to each other, but at the same time allowing the oxygen of individuality to continue in their lives, which is the only way a relationship can not alone survive, but grow. And so, Mom, we now invite you to just, thank you very much, Ma'am. Just stay with us here for a moment, and I'll have you take this little part here, just wrap it around the bride and groom. Perfect. And now, if you don't mind doing one more time on behalf of her mother, Cindy. Lovely. Thank you, Mom. God bless you. Thank you. So we just take a moment of quiet now. We come from different religious traditions here this evening, and various religious backgrounds. And so, in deference to all of our various religious traditions, I would like our prayer to be in silence. And that from your heart to the bride and groom, that they will indeed enjoy the vows that they have just shared with each other. And as the community blesses the bride and groom, I'm thinking of that wonderful line from Rumi that says, lovers don't meet somewhere, they are in each other's souls all the time. And that lovely line from Gibran's book, The Prophet, that says, let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you. And from that wonderful line from the 7th verse of the 13th chapter of Paul's letter to Corinthians, that says, there is no end to love's forbearance, to its trust, its hope, its power to endure. Love never fails. Of course, we invite the bride and groom to have this cord in their home, the candle in their home, the reading from Jonathan in their home as a remembrance of this very special occasion. So now I'd like for Dad to hold the cord for the remainder of the ceremony. So indeed, family and friends, as I mentioned at the beginning of our wedding celebration, it is the gift of affection that keeps the hearts connected, is the conduit of the hope and love that the bride and groom have shared. So as you share your first kiss as husband and wife, may you have a commitment to daily affection in your lives, and may your hearts remain always open to the gift of affection. So with that awareness, please bless one another with your first kiss as husband and wife. for our pronouncement and blessing.